Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast, the suicide edition. Because over here with my good friend Max.
That is not an accurate description of my feelings. Look, bro, I already got my Westbrook jersey.
Hey.
Shoes.
Oh,
Not wrong side.
oh my God.
Good thing I kept it because they wouldn't trade him.
All right, Max. So we have another guest of yours, as you guys can see. Why don't you go ahead and introduce him, Max?
Well, thank you, Juan. This is my very good friend Isiah, like an older brother to me. He showed me the ropes in college. He's our resident OKC insider, New England Patriot bandwagon fan. That's a joke. He's been a real one from what, 2003, 2000.
Yes, sir. 2001.
How lucky are you, bro? You get to witness
Six, right?
Six.
Six.
I'm over here still waiting for a fucking playoff win.
I got one against the Patriots, which is like that's
Magical.
That was a trying time in our friendship right there.
That's magical. It's magical. All right.
It hurt, bro. It hurt. I didn't talk to Max for a few days.
All right. Well, like our past guest with Wayne, you obviously love basketball, bro. So, did you watch the draft? Did you watch it at all?
Yeah, man. I watched all of it.
What'd you think of it, bro?
Oh, man. All the trades that went down. The Thunder really hurt me. But we'll get into that later.
You think you're hurt? Fuck.
Yeah.
Just wait.
I got so many thoughts on the draft. I got so many thoughts on basketball just in general in this podcast. Of course, we're going to be talking about Max's boy, Russell Westbrook, and the crazy trade that went on with the Lakers. A couple of other trades that happened in the association also. And, of course, the NBA draft happened on Thursday. We're recording this on Friday, hoping to put this out on Sunday. So hopefully I got the editing done. Talking to the future of myself. But let's get into it, bro. The Lakers trade for Russell Westbrook, a.k.a. Brody, a.k.a. triple-double, a.k.a. the Olympian gold medalist, a.k.a. Max's favorite player.
MVP, Russ, triple-double.
Don't forget MVP.
All right, you want the details of the trade one?
Let's hear the details, Max.
The Lakers get Russell Westbrook, a 2024 second-round pick, a 2028 second-round pick. The Wizards get Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Montrezl Harrell, who opted into his deal, and they've got the 22nd pick of this draft, but that went to the Pacers. Yeah. Look, right off bat, I'm really excited for that second-round pick in 2024, bro. I'll tell you, I think that's the real win of this trade. Look, here's some questions I'm gonna pose to you two. I want to hear from Isiah first. Why did they give up so much? Like, I understand it's not a large amount. You're not giving up a superstar. I feel like KCP was like the cherry on top. Like, that's how bad this trade was to me.
Bro, I don't know why they even gave up KCP. Y'all need shooting. Yeah. Like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, I mean, Kuzma should have been enough. Y'all need a wing. Y'all need a 3-and-D so bad. Like, as you know, I love Russell Westbrook, but he's gonna kill spacing. All right, like, come on, bro. He's gonna kill spacing. Who's gonna take the final shot in the fourth?
If Brody's got the ball in his hand, he ain't giving the thing up. There's too many. Like, he'll make a hero play once in a while, but they never seem to talk about the hero play that, like, he doesn't make. Like, I remember a game early in the year against the Nets. Like, they came back and won because the Nets just, like, choked. He comes down the floor, just pulls a 3 air ball. And, like, Bradley Beal's wide open. I'm like, that's going to be great. And Juan, why did we give up so much? First of all, do you think we gave up so much? Like, do you think this was more than, like, you thought we'd give up?
No, I think you have to because the salaries have to match. I think that was one of the big reasons why there's a lot of players involved in this. I wish it can be as simple as giving up Kyle Kuzma. Don't get me wrong. But to be honest, I think you guys are being a little bit tough as far as saying like they don't have this, they don't have that. Free agency hasn't even hit yet, so the Lakers are not done whatsoever. So you don't know who else they're gonna bring in. They still got a little bit of cap space. They can potentially have the what did the Warriors do, Max? When you exceed the salary cap,
you can
pay the tax.
They are going to pay the luxury tax. Yeah. They're $130 million in right now.
Exactly.
Here's their team right now. This is the team right now. Everyone on the team: Russell Westbrook, Alfonso McKinney, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol. They can bring back THT and Caruso, which I please urge them to do. Like, please do it. They have a vet. They can give vet minimums out, and they have the mid-level exception.
And they have one piece that you're forgetting about, who's more than willing to do it, is Dennis Schroeder. I think he's more than willing to sign and trade.
I was hoping in this deal, which is why I say they gave up a lot. I understand what you mean by you have to make salaries work. I was just hoping we could just keep KCP and be like, here's Dennis Schroeder and sign and trade.
Yeah.
And this is what pisses me off about this trade. What did we hear the whole day? We heard Buddy Hield, Kuzma for Buddy Hield.
I'm not even
talking about this. I liked it too. I'm talking about, wouldn't you rather just have Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan than Russell Westbrook?
Facts.
Wouldn't you?
I think there's a lot of other things. I think me, Isiah, and you, Max, personally, all of us will agree that Russell Westbrook will be our last resort. Probably like if you had all these scenarios lined up and you're like, okay, if we don't get Lowry, even a guy like Ben Simmons, the DeRozan factor, who's another point, even Chris Paul, even a guy like that, I think Russell Westbrook will be at the bottom of our list just because off of the pure fit. I think that's what it comes down to, is that first of all, it moves LeBron to the small forward position. So he's not going to be handling the ball as much. 2, that's going to bring Anthony Davis to the 5. And we all know how Anthony Davis feels about playing the 5.
Do you know how Anthony Davis's body feels about him playing the 5? Walking injury. Go ahead, Isiah.
One thing, I'm being dead serious. At least AD won't have to worry about rebounding so much because Russ is going to try to.
You're lying. You already lied to us when you said you're being serious. Russ is going to be. LeBron is never going to get another triple double again. Anthony Davis is going to have the worst rebounding year of his career. I just don't get it. Like, okay, let's go over these scenarios. Like you said, Buddy Hield. We probably don't have a highest ceiling as with Russ, but I feel like the floor is much higher. Would you guys agree with that?
I think there's still a chance we can get him, though.
I really hope so. I hope it's something with like THT and a Dennis Schroeder. Well, maybe, I don't know why they want Schroeder, but how about this?
Now, Juan, go ahead, Max.
Sorry, thank you. No, this is the last one, then you can go. If we have Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, again, I feel like the ceiling's almost as high, but the floor is nowhere near. I feel like with Russell Westbrook, it's either going to go great or it's going to just be terrible. Like, that's what I feel like Russell Westbrook is. And all these Laker fans, and they're all like, if you don't like Russ, you don't know basketball. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? If I don't like Russ. Like, have you seen Russ the last 3 years, how he just gets worse and worse? Yeah, I know the numbers are high. When you're a high usage guy, you're going to put up the numbers. But what do the numbers mean? Do they win games? Is Russ good for culture? I think he is. But it's difficult to play with Russ. Not because he's a bad teammate, just because he's a hard fit. I will say one thing in his defense. He's playing with the perfect big. AD can pop.
Yeah.
Like no other. Like he's not Porzingis or he's not like Lauri Markkanen, but he can pop from the mid-range. But like you guys already said, where's the spacing will come from?
Well, maybe what they're hoping for, what I first thought as a positive thought, should I say, this is my Laker angel right here on my shoulder talking to me as I'm thinking about it.
Beat him to death.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying maybe he's just a Rondo on steroids, like Bubble Rondo. And we see what Rondo did. Like Rondo wasn't known as a shooter, but it just so happened in the bubble, he caught fire. And he was a fucking problem for other teams, like when the Lakers went on that championship run. So I'm not saying Russell Westbrook can imitate him to the fullest, but
That's what you're hoping for.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like maybe it's just Rondo on steroids, but it's wishful thinking.
32% from 3 last year, and I rounded up.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
man.
if you're using Russ as a spot up shooter, you're already losing his best ability.
But the problem is with LeBron, and it's just he's gonna have to spot up at some point, you know. And same thing. And Isiah told me this yesterday. He's like, "Do you really want LeBron not to have the ball in his hands anymore? Like, do you want to really give it to Russ, whose decision making is questionable?" I don't really care that he gets 11 assists a game because those assists are kind of cheap in my opinion. It's just like little dump offs, and it's like, "Hey, I'm trying to get the assist."
No.
He also averages 5 turnovers a game. That's big. He's 30. He's gonna be 33 years old, bro. Yeah. It's not like we're getting some young guy who, like, I know he's still explosive, but he's nowhere near as explosive. Isiah, you watched him for 11 years,
12 years.
Like the explosiveness level, how different is it than when you saw him?
Oh, it's a lot different. He used to take off from the free throw line, boom on your head, or do that cotton shot mid range. It was automatic. Right now, you want him taking that mid range because it's not efficient anymore. If Russ is pulling from 3, y'all two are going to pull your hair out. It might go.
My hair doesn't need any more like stress on it. I'm gonna tell you that. Like,
and Max,
go ahead.
And Max, you know how much I love the guy.
He really does. Like, I've been a hater. I'm not a hater. I've been a realistic person about Russ, and Isaiah's like, bro, come on, it's Russ. Like, leave him alone. Don't talk about. Even now, he'll be like, don't talk about my point guard like that. Like, he's still going to like bat for us.
I don't care, bro. I'm gonna die with the ship. I'm dying with the ship. I'm going until he proves me otherwise.
Which is great because, like, I'll happily be wrong about Russ this trade.
Same. I'll happily be wrong.
Just the realistic part of my brain is just like, how does this work? Because LeBron's a ball dominant guy.
Yeah. I will say this.
Go ahead, Isiah. Sorry.
Just don't be mad and like y'all play the Nets or the Bucks or whatever, and they're just gonna double off Russ and just double LeBron or AD. Like y'all did it to him when he was in Houston. Y'all did the whole playoff.
He lost in that series. He was so bad. They put AD and said, "Go ahead, bro. Like here's 20 feet. Go ahead and shoot."
Yes, bro.
This is the big thing about this trade. If the Lakers needle to a championship, like say the needle goes to 1 to 100, say Lakers were at 6, let's go 70% to win it. What does this trade do? Is it like 80 now? Is it 85? I feel like it's like 73. 72.
I feel you. It has to be in the 70s. It's not that much higher.
This
is the last option, bro. But this is the last option, though. There's so many other options I'd rather have gone with. Like, even if that's like bringing back the core to like an extent. Like, I even feel like I'd rather give Dennis Schroeder another shot than this.
And Montrezl, like, our team was clicking in the beginning part of the year. No one was stopping us. Then the injury bug bit really badly.
But what kind of scares me, I don't know if you've seen this report, Max, but with Dennis Schroeder fighting in the locker room. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, you think about the personalities on the team, like Montrezl is a very personality, big guy. Dennis Schroeder, we know, is not an angel, except for that 1 year in OKC where he was like the man. But I mean, look, I was scared. I texted one. I'm like, they're gonna give this dude $120 million. Like, at some point, NBA teams gotta be like, you know what, bro, fuck you. Like, what makes you think? Like, if I was a GM, I would sit you down, Isiah, and I'd say, bro, you just played like that, and you won $150 million. Tell me why. Be honest with me.
Dennis Schroeder wanting 150. This is an OKC, y'all. Maybe him in OKC, he could have demanded that. He should have took it. He should have took the extension. Like, I don't know. 2 years ago, I guess Billy Donovan had his ear, or Chris Paul had his ear. Like, he played well. He did good in the playoffs against the Rockets. There was no complaints. I followed that team very closely. He did his job. He had nice mid-ranges, clutch threes. So
he didn't have any of that shit this year, trust me. He didn't have none of it.
I don't get it. It was the spurts. And then the fact he wants $150 million after this trash of a year, my dude's bugging. But
these guys think like that, which I don't understand. It's like, I get if you just had an MVP type year, go in and be like, hey, Genie Bus, pay me my money, Rob Pelinka. It's like, that'd be like me going in there and be like, give me that money now. I just didn't play for y'all and I was trash. But like, let's wrap it up with this. One, do you like, love, or hate the trade?
I hate it. I hate it. I just
hate
gotta
it
be
too.
honest. But look, it's not over yet though.
No, it's not.
We still have a lot more moves to make. The free agency's not even started.
He's coming back home. He's gonna play hard for his hometown
all
team.
the fans, all the LA fans,
something to prove. He went to UCLA. He was great.
Look, there's always gonna be that fan that goes, Russ is just misunderstood, bro. He's just misunderstood.
I think we're fucking looking at him, dude.
Exactly. There's gonna be someone to say that. And then there's going to be another fan that's going to be like, oh, he's coming back to LA. He's going to play harder. He's going to be around family. He's just going to change his game.
The 3-point shot.
Oh, my gosh, dude. He plays with so much intensity. He's going to do. I'll see when I believe it, bro.
So, Isiah, you like, hate, or love it?
You want my rational thought or you want my emotional thought of that day?
I'll take both right now.
Okay, so my rational thought is I might have to talk y'all off a ledge when he goes 3 for 10 from 3, if he does that.
So that's a hate. That's a hate. Okay.
That's a hate.
What's the emotional like?
Oh man, send me a jersey. Send me a jersey tomorrow in the mail.
I'll give you that Kuzma jersey you can tape over the back.
Look, just another little nugget on this. How many superstars has Russell Westbrook played with? And I'm talking about all-time guys.
KD, LeBron,
Harden.
Yeah, that went well.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully they can have that. Was it the Redeem team with Russ or the 2012 team with Russ, and they won the gold medal? Some bullshit. I don't know, bro. I don't know how Russ talked them into doing this trade, LeBron and AD. I guess they really like triple doubles.
Hey, you know who's a huge winner off of this trade?
The Wizards.
The Wizards. I love what they did. I posted it earlier on Instagram. Look, if you really look at it, because you got to look at it like this. You go back to last year with the John Wall and Westbrook trade. Kind of when we started our podcast. I remember that was one of the first topics that
Thank God they escaped the wall, and then they somehow escaped this.
But look, getting all of this for essentially John Wall, where you get a year of Russ, and I know a year of Russ sounds bad, by the way, that we're talking about him, but a year of Russ plus playoffs. They made it to the playoffs. And as the Wizards, that's what you want.
He's 10 times better than John Wall right now.
Oh yeah. That's not even a debate.
That's a disservice to Russell Westbrook. As much as we dislike Russell Westbrook, I'm not above saying I'm not going to be the type of guy that's like, oh, he's the worst point guard in basketball.
Yeah.
John Wall's I like John Wall. He's better than John Wall right now. He's better than a lot of guys.
Not even close.
He's just hard to play with if you're going to win a championship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, they get playoffs. They get Russ. They get Kuz, Harrell, KCP. They get the first round pick back that they gave up in the Wall trade, and then they get the 2 second-round picks. To me, the big win is you get a haul of players who are pretty decent. They're not terrible.
You got a Jason Tatum level type guy, according to Kyle Kuzma.
Not that.
Y'all should have got him reps.
Y'all
should have just gave him reps, bro. Y'all should have just gave him reps. That's all he wanted was reps.
Yeah, he don't fucking get him now.
But they get the haul, and most importantly, they get off of that big ass contract. That John Wall contract is one of the worst contracts in the NBA. So is Russ, but at least Russ will give you production.
They got him off that too. I'm saying they got him off both contracts.
Yeah, and I love it. I always bash the Wizards. I think the Wizards shouldn't be an NBA team, honestly. They're always on my list of disband teams, in my opinion. But I love what they did. And you know what? I love what they did on draft night. I think Bradley Beal, even though I don't think he should stay in Washington, I think at least they're trying.
They are. They're
trying.
I know we haven't got to the draft yet, but there's just 2 more trades. One's a trade possibility. So I want to talk about the Grizzlies and Pelicans trade. The Grizzlies get Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe, the 10th pick, the 40th pick, and the first round pick next year as protected from the Lakers. Pelicans get Jonas Valanciunas, the 17th pick, and the 51st pick. Honestly, it's a weird ass trade. I feel like Steven Adams is going to be really good in Memphis.
Really?
Because I don't know why.
That's another bad contract.
Eric Bledsoe was the worst contract. Yeah. I can't believe they got rid of him. This just never made sense. I think it's good. I feel like they're just trying to get Zion happy. They got to get Bledsoe out of town. They got to figure out some way to build a winner.
Right.
I think it's just a win-win trade. Valanciunas is cool. He's not really like amazing, and you just kind of need someone other than Adams and Bledsoe. I love that trade. What do you guys like?
Go ahead, Isiah.
People are going to say Valanciunas can stretch the floor. I think he can. At least Zion gets some space to attack the basket, and so he won't throw a hissy fit when he's extension eligible. Since his people's already talking about he needed other people to leave or something like that. And Steven Adams, I don't think he's liked in Memphis from my time with him in OKC. I don't think they liked him. Zach Randolph threw a bow in his face in the Western Conference Finals.
Zach Randolph would throw a bow at anyone's face. Come on.
Okay, true that.
And it said bullies get bullied.
That is true. But him and John Morant, they should work fine. He'll protect the rim better than Vucevic. No, not Vucevic, excuse me. Valanciunas. And Eric Bledsoe, is this going to ride the bench or get bought out maybe, I think?
Because to get bought out and the Lakers pick him up for more shooting. Can't fucking wait. I think
there's your backup point guard, bro. There's your backup point guard.
The reason I bring this trade up is because there was another trade. This is the one I was wanting to talk about. That everyone was talking about Ben Simmons. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. He's going to get traded during the draft. Well, he didn't get traded. And I know you guys saw.
I think because they're asking for the fucking world.
This is my thing. I just wanted to ask you both: how much crack is Daryl Morey smoking, where he thinks he's going to get Wiggins, Wiseman, and 4 first-round picks?
Yeah.
You guys saw Ben Simmons play too, right?
Yeah.
Like I just love the fact that they're just like, "Hey, you played great. Come on."
Hey, you know what though? Can't blame him for trying.
No, you got to applaud the effort, but maybe you could ask for 1 first-round pick. Also, what the fuck are you gonna do with Wiseman? Put him next to Embiid? Like seriously, what are you gonna do with Wiseman? I don't understand. I think Simmons is gonna get traded, but the longer they wait, the worse it's gonna get for them.
Where's he gonna go?
I have no idea.
Seriously,
if I was Portland, I'd be like, let me get Ben Simmons from McCollum.
I was convinced with the whole Golden State Warriors aspect of him. I really love that fit with them. I think they have just enough shooting with Clay and Steph, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And Draymond is not like your prototypical player that needs to be at the basket. Like he can play in between and be just fine as a playmaker. So that opens up for what Ben Simmons likes to do. I would love it. That trade, if they didn't throw in the 2 first-round picks in the future, I would have did it.
Yeah.
I would have did it.
I think this is the way I look at Curry and Thompson. Let's assume Thompson's healthy for this exercise. Most guys, like Duncan Robinson, commands like a guy and a half when he's like running, his pick and rolls. Running off screens and shit off ball. Clay and Steph are like 2 guys.
Yeah.
So it's like you have 4 shooters out there with the space those 2 can generate. So that's Ben Simmons and Draymond need space, and there's no more space like creation than those 2 guys.
Right.
And if you can get maybe 1 more shooter, and end of game lineups of Simmons, Draymond, plug in whatever big wing who can shoot, like even Oubre. I know he struggled last year, but he's a good shooter. Clay and Curry.
Actually, you can close with that. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. It's like a death line. It's like
Ben Simmons kind of takes the Iguodala role,
except he's like Iguodala on steroids.
Yeah.
Like the only thing you're gonna be able to do is beat them and maybe be the Lakers and be like, we have AD. He's a trump card.
Yeah.
But if AD can get his shit together,
even that though, like just playing Ben Simmons at the center position with them, because that's essentially what they'll be doing. I would have loved it. I just think they were asking for a little bit much. I hope they come back to that trade and like maybe they like Kuminga or like one of the guys that they drafted and come back to that, because I would love to see that in Golden State. I really like that aspect with Ben Simmons instead of all these other teams where they're like, oh, bring him to the Blazers. He'll have his own team with the Blazers. Like, I don't want to see that shit.
No,
I don't
except for me, I guess. All right, with what you said about Kuminga, let's get into the draft.
Okay.
I'll say before we start anything about, I think one of the best moments of the draft when they honored Terrence Clark from Kentucky. That was one of the highlights. The kid who got murdered, which sucks. It always sucks when you see. He's younger than us.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy to think about. Also, we're old.
All these guys are younger than us.
Yeah, exactly. So you talked about Kuminga. I want to know who are the winners of this draft. I want to start with Isiah because he's our guest. He can lead us wherever he wants.
Ooh, the winners. I probably say Charlotte and the Houston Rockets. I can go into quick detail. Houston, they had to do something. We own all their picks. Shout out Chris Paul, Russ. No offense.
Yo, we were watching the draft together, and Isiah was like, "How many fucking picks they have? I thought we had all of them, bro. 'Cause they keep wheeling and dealing."
That was like
Houston.
me feeling like with the fucking Chicago Bears, the Raiders.
With the
How the
Raiders,
fuck these
bro.
guys got a fucking first round pick? I thought we had all their picks.
Houston had 4 first-round picks, and they knocked it all out the park. They're going to be super young, super athletic. They're going to suck, of course, but I mean, they'll probably buy out John Wall and Eric Gordon and just go youth movement. But again, we have their picks, so I need them to be as bad as possible. But anyways, and then Charlotte, James Bouknight is a bucket. I really wish the Thunder would have taken him, but I'll get there later. And you get Kai Jones paired up with Lonzo and Miles Bridges. They're just going to be throwing lobs, house of highlights all day. And
You mean House of LaMelo?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Sorry, I misspoke. I forgot there's the only guy in the NBA. Yo, we had Kai Jones going to them. I think I picked him going to them at 11. So to get him at 19,
It's a steal.
That's a win in my book.
It's a steal.
I also
right
want to
there.
take him.
Yeah.
And like, okay, here's my one thing about Bone Knight. I agree that they're a winner. That they were one of mine. I had like 10 because I can't pick one. They got to get rid of one of these guards, right? Like, does this mean Devontae Graham's basically Dunzo? Like, I know he's already kind of Dunzo because you got his pencil in LaMelo 35 a night.
Yeah.
35 minutes a night. Rozier is really good. That's another
And
35.
on a contract. And on a contract.
Yeah, and on a contract. And then Devontae Graham, who's still got a little bit left in the tank. They have another guard. Oh, I can't think of his name. It's pissing me off. I'm going to pull up their roster real quick.
But I think regardless, they needed a big man, and they got that.
Yeah, that's what I love about their draft. They got the big they needed. Malik Monk.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people love Malik Monk, too.
I still got some stock in Malik. And Malik had flashes of like, hey, I can be a good player. I can be the sixth man.
Yeah.
But they just get. But what's good is they're getting assets. You know, I don't think Bo Knight's gonna miss. I don't think Kai Jones might miss. But how many times have we seen the Hornets be like, you know what? Let's go get PJ Washington. That guy will be solid. It's like, how many times can you hit a single? You got to go for the home run at some. You can't be the Raiders, bro. Sometimes you just got to hit the fucking home run and pray to God you get it instead of just saying, hey, you know what? Damon Arnett will be good for 3 years.
That's all right.
But like you guys said, the big was Bismack Biyombo's not the answer. Cody Zeller, I don't know how he's still in the league.
Bismack Biyombo.
It's Bismack Biyombo,
Kai's
baby.
special, bro. He moves like someone who's like 6'8". He's 6'11". He's super raw. But like, if you just need him to roll to the rim, block shots, what do you need? Like, what's his job supposed to be?
Kai Jones. That's it. You can get that at 19 on a controllable contract, like 7 years. Again, LaMelo's gonna make him famous. Whoever their announcer is on the Hornets broadcast.
Oh my God, that guy.
That dude's gonna lose his voice and all the yelling.
LaMelo!
I swear,
dude. Him and Bridges, like, they got a frisky team. This is the thing about the Hornets. They're not a bad team. I would say they're a playoff contending team, especially with Hayward. Hayward's good.
You like Hayward?
I do. I just think like he's a little overpaid. I didn't love the move.
A little?
Maybe a lot. Because he just can't stay healthy.
All right. Shout out to Jordan, man. He's getting his shit together.
Mitch Kupchak, man, knows how to build a team.
Big Mitch.
And you said the Rockets were other, so I want to ask you a couple questions. You love Jalen Green, right?
Oh yeah.
Slam dunk number 2 pick.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your winner right there, dog.
What's the is it between Mobley is what I'm waiting on or what? Or I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's between Mobley. I mean, there was all this talk about Houston wanting to go Mobley or Jalen Green. I just don't know what they're going to. They have too many guards, honestly, and I mean, he's gonna have a whole bunch of highlights and stuff like that, but I just don't know if Houston needed a big or do they need another guard?
I feel like with Christian Wood there, you kind of just got to – I know Christian Wood's not something special, but he's pretty young. And you can kind of talk about the Cavs, but we'll get into that later about how they kind of did something a little redundant. So I like your two winners. I want to hear Juan's winners. Or winner if you only have one.
Nah, I got like a couple winners. First winner, Detroit basketball. Hey man, Detroit Pistons. Even though it was obvious and everyone knew before the draft, Kate Cunningham. They didn't take the cheese. That was the Thunder I'm talking about, Isaiah's team. They didn't go for the whoop-de-wop. None of that. They got their guy. I think everyone thinks in the NBA circle that this guy's going to be a slam dunk pick. And hopefully he gets the Pistons back to a relevant state. Because Detroit basketball fucking sucks, bro. It's been terrible for the past like 10 plus years. Another winner. Twitter and social media. Why, you ask? I think that's the only way you can do the draft these days. I thought the telecast was fucking god awful.
Give me your 5 worst moments from the draft.
When Kendrick Perkins said Jesus Christ because he thought that the Suns picked the guy, and he was talking about a guy who was going somewhere else because there were so many trades.
It was the Nets.
Yeah, it's terrible. I think it's absolutely terrible. The commissioner doesn't even know what the hell's going on. The telecast is awkward. They're so behind on picks.
Oh my god, Woj is leak. I don't know why Woj isn't up there. Like they have him like on his own little station.
It's terrible.
Also, when Kendrick Perkins couldn't say Moses Moody, he was Moody Moses.
Okay, look.
I actually think Perkins is like funny, not like because he's smart or any. Not that he's dumb, but I'm just saying like he makes me laugh a lot just with his takes, and it's not like because it's a positive way.
I don't know why he was on the draft.
Yo, exactly.
Also, he's with ESPN now. I thought he was FS1.
No, he's always been ESPN.
Oh,
ESPN, bro.
ESPN's gone down the shitter, man. Let me tell you.
But like Jay Billis is fine. Like those guys are fine. They do this for a living. They're like the Mayoks. They're like
they're not
Kuipers.
They're good, but they do this
year
draft
round.
Is so much better.
It's not even fucking close.
Even though Booger's dragging it down. Who's worse, Booger or Perk?
Okay, but look.
Seriously, answer my question. Who's worse, Booger or Perk?
Perk is fucking terrible.
Boog's pretty bad.
They're both bad. Okay, but look, at least the NFL, I mean, even now, they got 3 telecasts that you can pick from. And they're all different. Like NFL Network is probably the most broken down one, like football terminology. ESPN's right in the middle, and then the ABC is about all the people who want to know about these players' background
and the
rather than how good they are. Yeah, and this, the sentimental stuff. But the NFL draft is not even close. The NBA draft is completely like it's terrible, bro. It's probably one of the worst things you can watch on television.
How would you make it better? It's not even in the. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I'd rather have one person up there like Woj, like 2 people. And just going over the picks. I would just do it like that.
Like you'd have one telecast where it's just Woj and me. How about Woj, Billis, and like just someone like being the anchor of it, like the Ernie Johnson role.
Yeah, that. Another one is this whole rule about how you can't trade picks.
Until the draft.
Yeah, until the draft. It's stupid. Get rid of that. You have this guy wearing a freaking Lakers cap, a Knicks cap. You got the fans. I feel so sorry for the Knicks fans because the Knicks fans thought they had a bunch of players in the draft. And they're like, yeah, sorry to tell you, they traded the pick. It's like, what the hell? I feel sorry for whoever went to the draft. Just imagine that. You're just like, what the hell's going on? Like, I know I would have been confused because if I'm at an event, I'm the kind of person, I'm not trying to be on my phone like that. Like, I'm trying to embrace the moment.
You are a rare person. Then.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm with you. I'm with you. 100%.
I would have been lost. I would have been fucking lost. I would have been like, what the hell is going on? Complete L, bro. Win for Twitter and social media because that's the way to do the NBA draft, in my opinion.
Isaiah, you have any thoughts on how to improve the draft, or you're with Juan?
I'm probably with Juan. Kendrick Perkins. What is he doing, bro? Like, he's. I don't know, bro. Like, he doesn't follow college basketball. We all know that.
Does he
Like
follow NBA basketball?
He loves Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and he goes at Kevin Durant all the time with shade, and that's all we know. I mean, I just don't know why he was there. Like Jalen Rose would have probably been better up there besides Kendrick Perkins, maybe. But go ahead.
So the important picks, would you guys say, are like 1 to 4, like 1 to 10? When's the drop off?
Probably 14 after the lottery.
Okay. When's the drop off in the NFL draft? Like day 3?
Yeah, not even that.
Bro.
I mean, day 3
bro.
is arguably.
I feel like what they should try to do is, I'm sure people have said this, maybe like try to do something with the lottery or the top 10 and like the first day of the draft, and make it so like you leak as little as you can, so it's like actually a surprise. Like the best draft I ever watched was when they took Anthony Edwards, because it was like no one thought they would do that. And
Okay, but the NFL has leaks. You're never going to get rid of that.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying with the NFL draft, like, yeah, the first 2 picks leak, but in the like pick 3 is just as important as 1 in the NFL draft. It feels like at times, which in the NBA draft, it's like, okay, after Kate, it was like drop off.
I think there's a lot of problems that we can't fix, like that the NBA can't do, because then again, it comes back to college football just being so much more bigger than college basketball.
How about jump Woj so he stops spoiling the draft. Jump Woj. And maybe Isiah, because Isiah is a little Woj in our group text. I did have to turn off my group text. I was like, I don't want to hear you.
That's how I was watching the draft. I watched like the first like 5 or 6 picks. Like,
and you were like, okay, let me check my phone.
Yeah, like I kept on getting notifications on my phone. I'm like, why am I watching this?
Okay. I like that winner though of Twitter. That was a good one. So I only have one because I have 2 actually, because you guys took some of mine. I had the Hornets too. I love what the Golden State Warriors did. I can't
Thank
believe
you for bringing them up.
I can't believe Kuminga fell. I like Moses Moody. He's not my favorite guy at 14, but people were like hating on their draft. It was like Kuminga's such a project. I'm like, is Golden State taking a bad pick yet? Like, people were talking all this bad about Wiseman. Like, he's a 19-year-old kid who didn't get to play college basketball. He's a big too. He's had a lot of growth. And like I told one, and you probably saw this too, Isiah, he makes like a couple plays a game, James Wiseman, you're like, oh my God. Like, that's freaky. And I just really liked what they did. I think.
Would you go with the argument though that, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about the Warriors being winners, just because, you know, the whole Kuminga thing, he's one of those boomer bust players. Are you kind of concerned with the championship aspects with Golden State by picking Kuminga, because he is a project at the end of the day?
He's also a project, but I feel like
the guys outside the top 3 are projects.
In a sense,
yes,
exactly. I would agree with that. And other than Kuminga in the top 4, like after 4, like who has more value as a trade part? Like, who's the most valuable trade asset after Evan Mobley? I think Kuminga's got more value than Scotty Barnes, or it's damn near close.
I mean, I know you're not a big believer, but I think everyone would agree Jalen sucks.
I mean, can I get to my losers now? Oh, I got one more winner. I'm sorry. I got my mock draft because I hit on Kuminga. I hit on man, fucking Kings had to ruin my mock draft. Thanks, guys. I hit on Chris Duarte.
Yeah, you did.
I hit Kai Jones, even though it was the wrong pick. Yeah, we hit the first 3. No shit.
Chalk, baby, chalk.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go.
You didn't hit on the first 3.
No, I mean, I got the order right. That's all.
Okay, you did get the order, but the team wrong.
OKC should have traded up. Isiah,
they were trying. I think they were trying.
Let's go to my losers. OKC, why did you pick Josh Giddey at 6? Why didn't you just trade those plethora of picks you had to get Evan Mobley? Like, would you rather have Josh Giddey, or would you give up 5 first-round picks for Evan Mobley, Isiah? Be honest.
Right now, 5 first-round picks for Evan Mobley.
Okay,
because
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing against Josh Giddey personally. I just don't think he's that good of a player. Like, people were saying,
we don't know yet.
8 point
we don't
guard.
know yet.
He's like Poku.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can argue that they could have traded down and get more picks, but still got Giddey.
We did.
They did
Never
trade
mind.
down.
We did.
Wow.
I'll get there.
I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You say trade down from 6 and get Giddey. Like,
yeah.
They traded down to later picks, and I was like, why do they keep trading down? Like, bro, like this is gonna. Everyone said this. At some point, you got to be like, what's the point of all these picks? We got to do something with them. Isiah, go ahead. Take the floor. This is your time. We'll shut up. You tell us when you want us to talk.
All right, look, like y'all said, we shouldn't have taken Josh Giddey. You could have gotten him later. However, some smart NBA people said that Golden State was looking at Giddey if he would have fell to them. So maybe we stop Golden State. However, I wouldn't worry about Josh Giddey with Golden State. You could have taken Book Knight. You could have traded up to get Evan Mobley. This, as long as you kept SGA, you got plenty of first round picks. Houston's not going to be good. You got a pick swap with the Clippers, which who knows, but I don't want to go down that rant. And then after that, you traded 16 to Houston and got them more talent, which you could have maybe, I don't know, gotten Kai Jones at 16. You could have gotten, I don't know, y'all. You could have maybe gotten one of the Johnsons at 18, like
Isaiah Jackson,
Isaiah Jackson, Garuba.
And fucking Garuba.
Bro, Garuba. I don't know, bro, but
do you think you guys were just too passive or what?
I feel like they were too passive. Maybe we're going after Bronny. That's sarcasm, guys, but I'm dead serious. Okay.
It's not over though, Isaiah. It's not over though. I mean, I know the draft is passed, but there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, the season just ended a couple weeks ago. Free agency is still here.
Yeah, OKC is a really big player.
Yeah.
Such a destination.
No, but look, I mean, once free agent starts, like maybe some of these trades just start popping off. And I heard OKC is shopping around those first round picks, just like, hey, how many picks for Tatum? Like just asking around.
How about Kemba? You want Kemba back?
You want Kemba back? You know what I mean?
Kemba and 10
That's another guy. Like they have Kemba still. Like I feel like they're gonna wind up wooty whopping somebody.
Oh, Kemba gonna have a career. They're gonna get him the new knees or whatever.
They're gonna give him some 3-month knees.
Here's the trade I'm gonna say right now. They're gonna trade him for John Wall and get like 3. Oh no, they don't have any more picks left. So what can they get? So who has a really shitty contract in the league? Maybe they trade Kemba to New York. You guys get like Obi Toppin, 2 first-round picks, and whoever their worst contract is. Like Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway. Nah, bro. Give me RJ for that, bro. I need RJ. But give me RJ.
I'm going to get to my next loser if that's okay with you guys.
Go ahead, bro.
Cleveland Cavaliers, man. I don't understand why. It's not that I think they did a bad pick on Mobley. Not that at all. I just don't understand. Are you going to play Mobley and Allen together? Is that your future front court? 2 twin towers?
And you got to pay Allen too, right?
Didn't they just have Andre Drummond?
Yeah, Kevin Love's still there, even better. I mean, obviously Kevin Love sucks.
I was a future gold medalist before he got hurt, bro. So watch your mouth.
Sorry. Why didn't you go cry about it, Kevin Love? Because
go on.
Kevin Love's washed. Here, I just don't understand I understand picking Mobley. If you think he's the guy, pick him. But what does this leave with Allen? A sign and trade? I feel like Allen's a really good center to have. Like, unless you think Evan Mobley can be an Anthony Davis type guy.
Bill Russell says Kendrick Perkins, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I don't know about Anthony Davis, but I really like Evan Mobley.
No, I like Mobley too. I'm just saying, like, Allen's basically everything you want in a center now. It's like you block shots, run to the rim, play good defense. You can switch a little bit. So if Mobley has to be like an all NBA type center to replace him. So that's what I just don't understand.
Well, maybe it comes back to the aspect that teams are kind of catching up now and saying, like, you know what? Maybe it's not worth it to have just like a bunch of draft picks. You know, like maybe that's what's happening with Sam Pressly right now is no one wants all these picks. They're like, okay, like, what is this going to do for me? Like, we draft bad.
Yeah.
You know?
We have Colin Sexton on our team. You guys,
Darius Garland.
I see what you're talking about, Juan. I've always thought the picks are a little overrated unless you are, like, in a big market. Like, if the Lakers had all those picks, that's great because next superstar up.
Sometimes you just get the bad luck of the coin, bro. I mean, look at OKC, bro. You guys won games against like the Celtics, the Clippers, and I forgot like another game. And look where you guys ended up. You guys ended up at the 6th spot.
They were too good.
You guys were too good. So like that's just a little shit that happens in the process where you're getting all these draft picks and you're expecting to lose.
The best part is too they had to put their best player SGA on ice for 2 months because they were winning too many games.
Yo, Juan, look. We beat the Spurs by Lou Dort game-winning 3. It was great, but it wasn't necessary. We beat the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant.
That was the other one.
How does it feel every win like hurts you? Like you're just like, great job. I don't know. You just gotta...
that Boston win really hurt me because we were on a like 15-game losing streak, and I was like, guys, we need to win really bad, but we don't need to beat Boston. But
it was good in the moment, dog. I know.
It was great in the moment, but
I'd be stressing out when the Raiders are on the clock, and I'm just like, fuck. I don't care though. In the moment, it felt fucking fantastic. That was your last loser, Max?
That's all I got.
Okay, Isiah, who's a couple of your losers?
Besides the Thunder, maybe. You know what? No, I'll save it. I'll save it. We can move on.
Here, I'll give a couple of my losers. I already told you one. The telecast, ESPN, for the NBA draft. That's absolutely one. I'm going to write off my boy Max and our good friend Wayne from our last podcast, the Orlando Magic.
They're a loser for you? I'm so glad you said that, bro.
I think they're a loser because
I'm
forcing it out of Max a bit because I did a little bit more homework on Jalen Suggs after we had that conversation.
Mr. Football in Minnesota.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the same boat as you guys. I thought I would see like something good and what am I missing? Like, is Max and Wayne just fucking tripping? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't heard anyone talk like this about this guy. People on Instagram, on Twitter, social media, podcasts, on TV, all around the board. I haven't heard anyone talk this much criticism about Jalen Suggs besides you and Wayne.
What's up? How you feeling?
So they miss out on Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes was mocked to him the whole draft before the draft, basically.
May I interject?
Yeah.
Apparently the Raptors were fucking in love with Suggs. Just love.
Yeah.
My ass.
And that's where a lot of people have the winner for the Magic. They're like, oh, Suggs fell to us. Even if Suggs is a great player, I'm sorry. I don't think he's going to be a good enough player to fucking take the Orlando Magic out the depths of fucking basketball hell.
Can I ask you a question?
Because that's how bad the fucking Magic are.
May I ask you a question, sir? And this is to both of you. How good do you think Cole Anthony is?
I think he's decent.
Okay, Isiah, how good is Cole Anthony?
He's not bad.
How good is like a more athletic Cole Anthony?
I see where you're going.
I'm just asking. I'm just saying because you fucking already have this guy in your roster. I felt like because look,
I disagree with that. I know what you're saying, but I disagree with the point where everyone makes where I have this guy on my roster, so we can't pick him. It's kind of like I said this last podcast. Like, we have Christian Wood. We can't pick Evan. I don't give a fuck, bro. You pick the player. Pick the BPA.
No. I'm talking about you fucking have everything in this guy has. I understand that logic. We have a center, but we can get a better center. Let's take. Yeah. I'm saying you have this guard on your team already. Like, you fucking cloned him, and he's got a different haircut, and he's a little lighter skinned. This is what I don't understand. The ESPN broadcast, they'd put like the players' 3 best traits. Jalen Suggs, floor general, work ethic, leadership. I love when I hear a player's a fucking great leader. Pretty sure that was one of LeBron's. Oh wait, it wasn't. It was athletic freak. Zion Williamson, great leader. Oh, that wasn't one of them. Anytime you hear work ethic or great leader, just dude, I think he had a 3.5 GPA. Jay Billis was one of his pros. I was like, oh, that's fucking great. I really need a guy who's going to study the playbook in the NBA. I don't get what the fuss is about. I mean, he probably proved me wrong, but to me, he's just solid. And I've heard people talk about he's really athletic. Do you see athletic, either of you, when you see it? Like,
no.
I see athletic, but when you hear freaky, do you think Jalen Suggs?
No, I think Jalen Green.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, man. I just see a lot of solid, and people are talking about he was a really good football player. He's really athletic. I don't see it, man.
And then they got Wagner's brother,
Franz
Wagner.
Wagner.
There he goes. Wagner.
I think he's solid.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's okay. Like to me, he's like they need shooting. They can't teach shooting, so they got to get a shooter. To me, it's just a solid pick. Whatever. He's not gonna...
if they needed shooting, why didn't they just take Pittsburgh?
I don't think Pittsburgh's that good. I like what the Wizards got him, right? Yeah, Wizards picked him. He's a good shooter, but I think Wagner gives a little bit more of everything.
But my magic pick was more to bring the fire out of Max. I really wanted to get his
I'm not even trying to be mean.
No, I know.
I keep showing the fucking shot against UCLA because that was really skillful.
Yeah. The only thing I would give him, and this is where it comes back to me agreeing with you, is like I see the little stuff that he does. You know, I think that's really big on a basketball court. Like the hustle plays and like doing the little things. That doesn't mean you're a top 10 pick though.
No, I don't. And obviously, if I met the kid and I interviewed him and I was like, oh shit, that kid's got it.
Yeah.
I would think differently. But again, I don't know any of these guys. Like no one like us, like a podcast, could see as a football analogy, Isaiah Wilson was a fucking dumb shit. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to Isaiah Wilson. I'm sure you're a great guy. But you play yourself out of the league in 1 year as a first-round pick. No one could see that coming.
Exactly.
Just like no one could see Tom Brady had this like work ethic like us. So,
one more loser. Quick one. San Antonio Spurs. I was yelling at my phone. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because
are you trying to break that in?
Yeah. Is like, who the fuck is Josh Primo? Or
18,
whatever his
baby.
name is.
He's like a guard version of Patrick Williams. He's just super raw, bro. I second round pick in my book.
Max gave me a list of guys who were, gonna be draftable in the first round. And I'm looking on my list, I'm looking and I'm getting a little bit more intertwined with the mock drafts out there. And I'm pretty good like 1 through 30. I'm like, all right, if a guy gets picked, I know his name. Fucking Primo pops up. I'm like, who the hell is this dude, bro?
Was that the only guy?
He's not on my list.
Was that the only guy? I think that was the only guy. I think the Santi Alma, I didn't really have him either. But everyone else, I was like, I feel pretty good about. And I was like, Primo, I went back. I watched him a little, but I was just like go back to college, my guy.
Who the hell is this dude, bro? I was just like, fucking Spurs,
but
man.
I hate the fact Spurs took him because he probably won't be bad. He's a Spurs. But again, with the Spurs, like, how many fucking guards do you need? Like, you got Lonnie Walker, you got Keldon Johnson, Olympian Keldon Johnson.
Gold medal, baby. Gold medal.
DeJounte Murray, Patty Mills. Yeah. How many of these guys do you need? Derek White. Don't they still have Derek White? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Isaiah said it best. I just don't get it. And I'm going to transition to what was the strangest pick?
That's Primo.
No. One of them. I think Isaiah had that, right?
No, that wasn't
Why the fuck did the Kings take Davion Mitchell?
Because they're the Kings.
Another
team that probably should be disbanded from the NBA.
Just explain it to me. Like one said, you take the best guy there, but it's like you got De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell. Three guard lineup like the.
Okay, like De'Aaron Fox is a guy you don't pick for. Like that's a guy where it's like, okay, we have De'Aaron Fox, we have LeBron, we have Joel Embiid. Like these are the guys. Like even though De'Aaron Fox is not a all-star, he's an all-star in my opinion. Like he's all-star caliber. He's just, come on, he plays for Sacramento. This is enough said right there. But,
so let's just operate in the assumption Buddy Hield's gone. So basically you're stuck with Tyrese Halliburton, who's 6'6", 6'5", 6'7". I've seen all three. De'Aaron Fox is 6'3", and Davion Mitchell 6'1". You're going to run out those three guys?
Yo, and again, Davion Mitchell's great at defense, but he can't shoot. And De'Aaron Fox, you really want him pulling from three? Or am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. I think Mitchell can shoot a little better than what you kind of give him credit for, but it's one good year at Baylor. And again, the NBA 3 is a lot different than the college 3. My big thing though is just, what are you trying to do, Sacramento? It's like,
oh no, bro.
What do you get? You strapped your 6th man for the next 5 years?
And he just panicked. They're like, oh shit, we're the Kings. What the fuck do we do?
Marvin Bagley's as good as gone. You're not going to get much for him. It's like, why wouldn't you just go I don't know, like a wing? Take Alperen Sengun if you're desperate. Kai Jones, Keon Johnson,
Moody.
Trey Murphy.
He was big on Twitter, bro. A lot of people were tripping on how late he was picked.
Who? Sengun?
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I didn't take him early. I was not a fan. You can remember what I said about him. It's the Kings being the Kings, man. Isiah, who's your strangest pick?
Oh, me, you, and Wayne talk about this guy. Zaire Williams. Dude is a project. Dude is a project. Like, I thought he went really high.
He went 10 to Memphis. Does that scare you, though, Memphis taking him? And Memphis hasn't seemed to pick anyone bad since, who was that point guard? Like Josh Selby? Or OJ. Let's go with OJ Mayo.
That was a good pick.
Mayo.
Rody gave us a good pick?
That was a good pick.
Okay.
Those are good picks.
No.
So you're still a little, so I'm saying, does Memphis make you a little weary of the pick?
I just think he's like a project, and he just needs to be in the G League. Maybe their coaching staff might figure out something, but I thought that was too high because I thought he was going to be in the 20s, honestly.
No Scotty. Anyone surprised? I was surprised with Scotty Barnes going that high.
No, everybody.
He's kind of like
Scotty
the Patrick
Barnes,
Williams of the draft, though. Even I know they both went to Florida State, but like I feel like he's got a lot of intangibles, like the size, the speed,
defense. It's everyone wants that 3-and-D guy, even though he can't shoot. Yet.
He's the football workout warrior of this draft. You know, every football, like DK Metcalf was mocked, like first in the draft at one point, and I was like, "Are you guys smoking crack?" That was even before he had like a broken neck.
Right.
Obviously, DK Metcalf went too late, but I have no problem with Toronto taking Scotty Barnes. I was kind of thinking, does this kind of mean the end of Pascal?
No, Simmons to the Lakers.
What?
He'll be all right. He'll go somewhere.
The only reason I said Pascal because he seems to run into the coaching a lot with Nick Nurse. But I guess they're both kind of fiery guys.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that spin move since they won the championship. I'll be honest with you, though.
They probably scouted that. They probably scouted that out. To be honest, y'all.
What about you? One most puzzling pick?
That was it. Scotty Barnes.
Really?
Yeah. I was kind of thrown off. I was just like,
who do you think they should have went?
I thought they were gonna go Jalen Suggs.
Is that who you would have went?
No.
Josh Giddey?
I would have.
Sorry.
I kind of like Kuminga.
I like him too.
I wouldn't have been surprised if I was there. I probably would have picked Kuminga.
But I feel like Barnes is a little similar, so you can kind of see how the logic's like.
I was just going off you guys. Like I said, bro, I'm the Ernie Johnson of the draft. I don't go completely into depth like I do with the NFL. So I lean on you, Isiah, Max, and Wayne. Like you guys are on my scouting report.
Well, you know Isiah has to watch the draft. I mean, he has to be like deep in the weeds because he's got 20 first-round picks. I will say,
next
20 years? He has
next 2 years. Next 2 years. I'm gonna be back on this podcast.
Welcome to Raider life, dog.
Bro.
We only got a couple more. I only got a couple more things to talk about. I want to hear both your guys' favorite pick. We cannot have the same pick. So if Isiah takes yours, you got to come with a new one on the spot one.
Okay, go ahead, Isiah.
Oh, my favorite pick.
Josh Giddey?
Oh, man.
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones. Mac Jones, baby, Mac Jones. Man, my favorite pick. I might be high on this guy, but I'm saying James Bouknight. I might be high, but dude's a bucket. I might be drinking the Kool-Aid, but I really think dude's a bucket. So Bouknight, favorite pick.
Were you surprised where he went though? Like to the Hornets?
He went too low. Like good Lord, we could have traded down, Max. We could have traded down, and we would have for Josh Giddey. I mean, good Lord, we could have made a deal with the Hornets and gotten him.
That's true. I mean, you guys have the ammo, I think.
We have plenty of the ammo. I mean, golly, bro. Like, Max, I told our chat, I really want a Bouknight. And he would have worked with SGA. Bouknight, he can create space off the dribble, step back three, mid-range.
Let him learn from Kemba for a year, the UConn thing.
Oh, exactly, the UConn thing. There you go. He can attack the basket and catch lobs. I watched his workout. It was great. But, yeah, Bouknight. Oh, I hope I'm wrong. But
one?
I'm going to go with like two of them combined. Just like the Houston Rockets. I remember Wayne talking about Sengun when he mocked him going to the Spurs. Now he was like the Sabonis type, like European type player. I really like that pick. I like the Sengun.
I was shocked
the spot that they got him at too.
At 16, yeah, a lot of people had him really. I was shocked the Spurs didn't pull. That's like a Spursian pick right there. Yeah. Get that foreign big, stash him,
and then you get Jalen Green. Like, even though I wouldn't have picked Jalen Green at number 2,
you would want Mobley, right?
Yeah, but okay. I mean it's 1A, 1B.
Well, they also got Garuba, who Isaiah, big fan of Garuba, and Joshua Christopher, who just saw.
I like what the Rockets did.
One of my favorite things about the draft was when they had depth at all positions for the Rockets. I was like, that's one of the one things ESPN got right. They could use one of everything. I'll give you my favorite pick. I loved Chris Duarte to Indiana. A lot of people were like, he's really old and shit. It's like, so was Cam Johnson, and he worked out. He's 24 years. He's going to be 24. He's a 3-and-D guy. Indiana doesn't need superstars. They have a lot of good players. They just need higher caliber role players. Like, to me, he could be better than Dougie McBuckets next year as a rookie.
Yo. Did you guys see the Lakers pick up Max McClung?
Russell Westbrook?
Oh my god.
I forgot to text you, Max.
Oh my god.
With fucking Max McClung. That boy gonna make the roster, dog?
No, he will not be making.
You know who Max McClung is, Isaiah? He's like a high school.
He's the white boy who does windmills in high school.
Oh
Matt
my
McClung.
God. You gotta look him up, bro. He was famous. He was a famous
Isaiah, you don't know Matt
player.
McClung, or you do?
No, I really don't, bro. What round is he going?
He didn't get picked.
Went undrafted.
He's a bum.
Oh, he went undrafted.
He's a sophomore, right?
Yeah, he went to Georgetown. He's either a sophomore or a junior.
Nah, he's a sophomore. He
bro, I swear, you'll pull up the first. I think he played Bone Collector or some shit one time, and he got like his ankle snapped.
He's just real famous, bro, because he's a white boy that
can dunk.
Yeah, he got ups.
Okay,
but the Lakers signed him. I find it so funny that the Lakers signed him.
Of course,
it was like a wham bam thank you man for Max right there.
No, because we've talked about him in the past. When I was like, this guy's not bad. I'm like, dude, he sucks. He can't shoot. He's not even like that athletic.
I just love on the same day we get Westbrook and then McClung. That was just like the unholy punch.
Yeah, that was a kick to the groin.
All right, next question, Max. Or your last one?
This is it. Least favorite pick of the draft.
Oh man. I mean,
I'll give you some time. I'll start it off. It's between Davian Mitchell and Josh Giddey, man. I'll take Mitchell just because I want to spare Isaiah his feelings. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it to you.
You're good, bros. I love Josh Giddey at 6, bro. I hope I'm
really?
Wrong. Bro, I hope I'm wrong. Look, Max, our chat knows. Like, I did my research. He's like, he can pass, which is great, but he can't shoot. And we already don't have a team of shooters at the moment. And it's just like another project. So we got to give him minutes. We'll send him to the G League, but everyone's going to want him to play with Poku. And it's going to be super weird. And I really hope I'm wrong. But he can pass.
Let me just read what Isaiah said in our group. This is all caps for like 6 straight texts. No, Bouknight was on the board. What the fuck? You could have gotten him later. What the hell's happening? This is right after they picked Giddey.
I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley. I love the player. I hate the team that he went to.
That can't be your favorite pick.
No,
if you hate the team you went to.
No. This is the pick that we hated.
No, this is favorite pick.
No.
Oh no, the least favorite pick. I'm sorry.
Least favorite
my God,
pick.
I panicked.
No, my least favorite pick was Evan Mobley. I love the player. Hate the team that he went to. The Cavs are a fucking mess. They suck.
We should have traded up. We should have traded up.
He's not going to be in a good environment.
What makes the environment? Is it Kevin Love's great leadership, or is it Colin Sexton not passing the ball?
I mean, it's Sexton is their freaking owner. It's the mystique of LeBron.
Leaving.
Leaving. It's a whole bunch of stuff, bro.
Yo, real quick. So Kevin Love to the Lakers. Buyout, right? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not trying to be funny.
Is this real, or are you just saying like that's a possibility?
That's low-key a possibility.
Well, let's look at it. We need shooting. He'll come off the bench. He'll be Blake. I'll take Blake Griffin over Kevin Love right now.
That's a fact.
Oh,
but also, he's coming back home to LA, played UCLA, teammates with Russ, got something to prove. K Love. I mean, does LeBron? Okay, let's ask this question.
What's up?
I'm gonna name Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, Kevin Love. Which of those guys do you think LeBron likes the least?
Kyrie.
K-Love.
I think Kyrie, then K-Love. I just thought about
Why Kyrie first? Why Kyrie first? He hit that shot.
Because he's always talking shit about LeBron. Like, he's like, I didn't want to be in his shadow.
Okay.
When he was talking about, this is the first time I've had a guy who could, like, hit that shot. Mm-hmm. I like it. I mean, Kyrie's been making a lot of waves lately, but, like, what's Kyrie? That's what he does, right?
But I'll say this. I think Max, you said this. Kyrie hadn't done ish since playing with Braun, and he's been with a lot of good teams. So,
I mean, how many teams do you have to kill before you're like known for that? Is there an NFL equivalent to Kyrie Irving and Greg Hardy?
Greg Hardy.
Oh, that's messed up. Just tell me, like, this is off script. We can just talk about it for 5 minutes. Like, Kyrie Irving, one's always thought they were better without him on the Celtics.
Oh yeah, I said it from the get-go.
Sometimes when you have young guys who like want to get like their minutes, and you have a veteran who's like, no.
You guys used to look at me crazy, bro, when I said Terry Rozier was better than Kyrie Irving. He played like it. That's all I'm saying. They play better without him on the floor. I like Terry Rozier.
Now I have another thing. I have another thing too. Since we're bashing the Cavs, so would you trade? What's that guy's name? Not Sexton. Colin Sexton.
Garland?
No. Would you keep Garland and trade Sexton, or what did you do? Because that ain't gonna work. Because
I would trade Sexton because everything you hear about him, teammates don't like playing with him. If your teammates don't like you, bro, it's over for you.
It's tough. Tough luck for my guy.
Because Evan Mobley, he's gonna need some touches, and we all know
he's not gonna get touched with Sexton.
No, and Garland needs his touches. Kevin Love's going to need his touches.
No, Kevin Love can just have to. I mean, really quick, let me look at Kevin.
I don't
Love.
think Evan Mobley needs touches like that, though.
But I think you need to get him touches to develop him.
Right? He needs reps, right?
I mean, let's be real. Even Kevin Love's there. He's going to get hurt. So he played 25 games last year. He had big 12-7. Yeah, Kevin Love took 10 shots a game last year. He can go fuck himself.
And he had that god-awful turnover against Toronto.
Oh, my God. Let me ask you guys this. You know the player we're talking about, one, right? Mm. How quick would you trade that guy?
Heartbeat.
Cut. ASAP.
Oh, man. I wish the NBA had cuts, bro. Dude, if the NBA had cuts, he would have got cut, right?
Yes.
What's the equivalent to that in the NFL?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. He wouldn't have.
That'd be cut. Like, didn't they cut Brandon Bostic right after that onside kick?
That's Bostic, though. No one heard his name before that.
Okay. Who else has been cut for doing some mess?
Maybe if he played on the Patriots, he would have got cut.
Who's the Patriot running back who slept through his alarm clock?
Oh, my gosh.
Jonas Gray?
Yeah. Jonas Gray.
Yeah, okay. He could get Jonas Gray, not the league.
No. Kevin Love's not Jonas Gray.
Come on, bro.
AB?
He'd be AB.
AB with the Patriots?
That one game.
He didn't get cut, though.
AB got cut from the Patriots?
He got cut. We cut him.
No,
because then the sexual harassment stuff came out.
Because of that, but it wasn't.
But he got cut.
He still got cut.
Yeah, but that's for, like, allegations, though.
But you got cut. That's the point.
We're talking about equivalent to Kevin Love doing that. It's not like Antonio Brown fumbled or something. Name a big star player like Kevin Love equivalent to the NFL that's gotten cut. Nobody.
T.O.?
You have to be a nobody. No.
I'm thinking of a Patriot player that did something really stupid in the playoffs that got him cut.
Martellus Bennett?
No, he was ready to go.
AP got cut when he beat his kid, didn't he? No, he came back.
Nobody. You guys can't think of anyone. This is going nowhere.
Come on, bro.
Richard Sherman. Sherman?
Oh, God.
Throw up the eggs?
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler.
He never got cut.
He got cut.
And he's at one of the most freaking all-time, like, importancy of position.
Tebow.
What'd you say Carson Wentz?
No.
He got traded.
Juan. Goskowski. He missed some field goals.
Okay, maybe a kicker. Yeah,
That's a star.
it's a start.
That's a star. It's a star.
It's a start.
I think we need
It's
to
a
wrap
start.
it up because we're going down
Yeah.
a very bad route.
All right. Oh,
This is
man.
I'm
going
jet lagged.
This is going
My-
nowhere. Anyway,
My bad,
look,
guys.
Look, I appreciate our guest Isiah joining us today. I appreciate Max coming back from Hawaii healthy, so
The
we can
tan
still
looks
do
great.
You kept your promise. Your hands still work. Your voice is still intact. You kept your promise.
I was trying to drink salt water.
I was hoping he came back with a little nibble bite of a shark, but it did not happen.
Sharks are like dogs.
But we appreciate you guys watching, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. At 240,
Smash that button.
yes, exactly.
Smash that button.
Excuse me. Smash that like button the same way the Cleveland Cavaliers should just smash the cut button on Kevin Love, Colin Sexton,
Smash that like button like Russell Westbrook is gonna smash
the side of the rim and the back of the backboard with his threes.
or dunk for you.
You know what?
Lakers.
Last thing we'll leave. What's he shooting it from 3 this year with the Lakers? I'm gonna say 30.
22%.
Yo, that's too low. That's too low. That's too
All
low.
right, Isiah, come on, be the guy, get it right.
34%.
Oh, fucking, I'm on my way to the moon if he's shooting 34.
34%.
Well,
Give me
I'll take-
Laker Nation, baby. Y'all
Mono
gotta
bucket
be
is
There's
all
only
fans.
one nation, Isiah. Always remember that.
Yeah.
Laker
Raider
Nation. Y'all,
Shout out to shout out to the Raider Nation, bro.
Oh,
Shout out to
whatever.
football season coming up.
You know what? If you got to put my stupid fucking,
We only got a couple more podcasts coming up for
you have to
basketball.
put my stupid thumbnail every time. You
Football's coming up as I'm talking over Max because football's
If
more
you put
important
that
than
thumbnail
Max.
every podcast still football, you should say I'm waiting for football. I'm ready.
I'm waiting for football. Football.
Yo.
I love you. I can't wait to talk about you.
yo,
We only
bring
got
me
a
back.
couple.
Bring me back during football season.
We got
so,
you, bro.
So we can make fun of the Raiders, man. got to.
Follow us on social media at Max_JuanCast. I am over here jumping over words. I'm stumbling. Shout out to the Raiders. Shout out to the Lakers, bro. Raider Nation. We out. Peace.